Hey folks, welcome back to Skyward Sword. And there's our beacon. Yeah, like I said, not really too useful. It's basically a linear path over there. But, you know, it's appreciated. Hello, birdies. And here we go. Combat up in the hizzy. And a Goron. Talk about Gorons later, but here we got actual, honest-to-God combat with 5 enemies, all with swords. And honestly, I feel like this might be a little extreme, throwing 5 of these guys at you once. Because someone who's new to the game probably doesn't have a good grasp of the motion controls yet. Like, those 2 Deku Babas right next to each other probably were about all they could handle. This really seems like a lot. You know, you see me abusing the Skyward Strike there. It's actually really useful as a long-distance attack, especially in hero mode. I would highly recommend trying it if you're having trouble hitting things. Anyway, this is a Goron. They are fan favorites of the series, and they've appeared since Ocarina of Time. They are lumbering, rocky mountain folk who like to roll down things. And they're pretty much the best ever.
Hey.
Now, Gorko here, basically, he does act as a tutorial of sorts, but he's also kind of a comedic relief, in that he has a land dweller's perspective on things about the sky, and you can just see him either understand or not understand, or get confused, and it's generally pretty funny. It's just sort of a dramatic irony kind of thing going on. One of those 3 things is true. Yes. Beyond amazing. And here you can save, and also head back to the sky if you so desire. If you want to go back, restock your items or something, you can do that. I love Gorko. Anywho, one good thing to do before you head off to progress is to climb over here, and you'll have the opportunity to open up a little shortcut. This will let you descend down into the sealed grounds, climb up there, and just skip going through the sealed temple. Little time saver. There are a lot of those kind of situations in the game. Anywho, let's head this way. And oh boy, more log pushing. See, they disguise the block pushing because they're logs, not blocks. Anywho, that gives us passage up here. And before we head through, let's take care of this beacon. Don't need it anymore. and head to the Faron Woods proper. Now, the Faron Woods have been in a lot of Zelda games, but were only referred to as the Faron Woods starting in Twilight Princess, because that's when they started naming the provinces after the three goddesses. But basically, if it's a forest, it's probably in the Faron district, but especially Kokiri Forest in Ocarina of Time, the Forbidden Woods in Wind Waker, and Faron Woods clearly in Twilight Princess. The forest is very often the first area of the game, then followed by the volcano, and then usually a water level of some sort. And this game is no exception. Oh, and look, we got more hooligans making trouble. Only 2 this time. Seems kind of backwards. Why would they have 5 and then 2 rather than 2 and then 5? Anyway, Bokoblins... Oh, screw you, Bokoblins. Actually can be kind of tricky, because they move their swords pretty darn quickly to block where you're going to hit. And you will learn a technique for dealing with that at some point. It's possible you'll learn it before you're supposed to, but you'll learn about it eventually. And I'll address it when that's relevant. And hello, what do we have here? These guys are awesome. These are Kikwis, introduced in this game, along with several other races. Kikwis are the forest-dwelling folk of the game. Incredibly adorable, also very timid. There's a certain irony where you're a stranger in a foreign land that's potentially going to kill you, and everything is afraid of you, rather than the other way around. So yeah, Kikwis, along with many other races in this game, do not appear in any other entries in the series thus far. And the official explanation is, yep, they don't appear anywhere else. Yep. And that's about it. Anyway, let's chase after that guy. Via Zelda's aura, possibly we'll learn something about Zelda's location. Run if you can, mortal. This is a fun little sequence. You gotta find where he's hiding and then scare the shit out of him. It's great. Yeah, once you learn how to parry, Dekubabas will never pose a threat again, unfortunately. Alright, 3 times the charm. Let's find it. Ooh, that's a bombable wall. But we don't have bombs. There you are. I have a dorm mate who's obsessed with these things. It's a sight to behold. I love that they're getting into the pseudoscience of thing detectors. Alrighty, next priority is to find the Elder, who's also giving off a dowsing reading, and that means finding our way through these woods. Fairly, you won't get lost, you know which direction you're supposed to be going because you're dowsing, but it still requires a bit of terrain manipulation, a bit of navigation. That was our first little mini collectible that you'll use for upgrading, and we'll get more into that once I'm actually upgrading things. By the way, there was a log that I pushed down there. Thanks to editing magic, it's already down there. You didn't miss much. Look at that strange symbol over there. Anyway, that's a fun little thing you can do. You can parry shots. If you've played 3D Zeldas before, you're probably familiar with the concept. But here you actually have to time things. You can do it with your sword as well, but it's a hell of a lot harder. What is it, Fee? No, I didn't. You were calling out for me, Fee. Whatever. Anyway, the Kikwi Elder is somewhere on this platform, but all I see is a Snorlax. So I'm fairly sure Kikwis are based on chestnuts, or tanukis, or ball sacks, or something. Because that's all I see. Wow, 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 wow. And here we have something that many people love to hate. Exploring an area to find a certain number of things that are hidden in the area. This is a mechanic that they use a lot, and it's basically a way to get you more familiar with the area. And that's a useful thing to get familiar with. But rather than, like, hiding fun or useful things around the area, it's just plot-relevant things that you need to eventually seek out. Personally, I don't mind it. I feel they could have been a little more creative, but if you're going to explore the area anyway, I mean, I don't really mind. Alright, so we got 3 Kikwis up in here, somewhere around here. And you can go after them in whichever order you like. I hopefully have a fairly efficient method of going through. And useful thing in here, in one of these pear fruit things, you can find a fairy. Fairies will, when stored in bottles, automatically revive you if you die, and otherwise will heal, I believe, 6 hearts. So I'm actually going to get rid of that potion there, and then capture him. Yep, 6 hearts. Fairies have once again been around since Link to the Past. Gone through a couple different appearance changes. This is mostly inspired by the Ocarina of Time appearance. Anyway, I screwed up on this tightrope a little bit. You do have to balance using the Motion Plus, but there are also those things, the like explodable yellow things on there, that will attempt to sully your progress. You'll see those things properly dealt with in the future. Just didn't want to waste your time here. Ooh, and this is a new type of Bokoblin. These dudes, you can tell by their hat, they have horns that... like, not horns on their head, like horns, like musical instruments, that they will use to summon more Bokoblins. And also, I believe they do a little more damage. Anyway, these guys, I'm having trouble with them. Bokoblins always seem to be the most difficult enemy for me, and I don't really know why. But when you take out all 3 of them in one Skyward Strike, everything just goes away. You don't have legs, you have feet and a torso. Inspired by Link to the Past. Knocking things off by dashing into them. Fee, you could really just stop appearing so suddenly. That might stop the heart attacks. Alrighty, so now we can climb up this rope that we dislodged, adjust ourselves, and swing the Wiimote in a pumping motion in order to get over. Fun little way of implementing motion controls. And now we have easy passage back over there. And there we have a crow. Crows have some special name, I don't remember what they are. In games like Majora's Mask, they would steal your items. I don't remember if they do so here. Anyway, Kikwi, up there. And here are little climbing things. They have a lot of fun with climbing things, because it runs off stamina, so you'll have to find optimal routes going through there, not waste too much time. Makes things a little trickier. Anyway, there's a Kikwi. And he will just give us, not even give us the time of day unless we get rid of all this grass. Apparently his AI is designed to waddle towards where there is still grass. And only one more Kikwi to go. This entire area is set up as a little kind of loop circle thing, so you can just kind of go around in a circle and you'll run into all of them, assuming you're dowsing properly. And I don't mind me running into trees. I like to do that. Sometimes things fall out. Anyway, probably the trickiest Kikwi to find is this one here. Because, pull out your dowsing mode. Where is it? It's over there. But that's underground. And the passage to him is actually a little ways, like a couple feet to the side. It's this hole here. And that's often obscured by the grass. Makes you look around a little bit more. Look at all these rupees we're getting. It's ridiculous. Hello, Kikwi. Oh my god, this one has a mohawk. It's the best. Now, something that perplexes me here, there's architecture here. There's a brick wall here, along with a variety of other architecture in the area. Clearly, there has been some sort of civilization here, but it's gone now. Probably the same civilization that built the sealed grounds. But as of right now, we don't know what that civilization might be. So, let's just head back to the Elder, tell that everything is perfectly dandy. And yeah, it's a little bit of a walk. I should have pushed that one down there. That would have been beneficial to expediting my progress. So yeah, once in a while you'll have accomplished an objective and still need to walk back to a location. It rarely takes too long, since areas are generally designed in a way such as that you can get back to previous locations pretty quickly. But I'm sure most people would just have rather not had to look around at all. I'm pretty sure he was just holding out on us. Oh god, no, no, no. That's disgusting. But on the other hand, it is a slingshot. Slingshot is a classic Zelda item. First appeared in Ocarina of Time. And actually, not that many, to be honest, but it's always just so inherently tied to the Zelda idea. It's essentially a poor man's bow, does less damage, but a little quicker to aim.
Ho, ho, ho.
Now, one useful thing to pick up before we head off to the deep woods. By the way, slingshot stuns things, and it's awesome. One useful thing to pick up before we head to the deep woods is actually our first heart piece. It's located very close to this very large tree that we have here. I'll be talking more about the tree when we investigate it fully, but there are a lot of very large trees in Zelda games, and they're usually pretty important. But go along here, and you can see that tightrope over there, and a heart piece on the other side. Heart pieces are, again, a classic Zelda item, started in Link to the Past. Essentially, collect a certain number of them, and you will increase your total heart capacity, and thus your health. In this game it's 4, in most games it's 4. Not the case in Twilight Princess, where it's 5. Also, there's a target and a cube of mysterious origin. Anywho, this is a little temple of sorts. Nice little set piece to help distinguish the exit to the deep woods. If it were just another corner of the map with nothing distinctive about it, I would have complained. You know, I don't need you to tell me that, Fee. Saving is a good thing for all occasions. Anywho, to get up to the deep woods, we can once again pull out our slingshot and hit this dude. It is actually possible through glitching to get up there without the slingshot. It's tricky. I think most people would just do that intuitively, to be honest. You don't need to point to the item every time you use it, that would be silly. Anywho, let's grab onto this, there we go. Nice symbol on the ground there. And that takes care of Faron Woods, and I will see you guys next time for the Deep Woods.